Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. Today's gonna be a very, very special day because today we're gonna be jumping into our first festival playlist for Forza Horizon 5. And what might be even cooler than that is today we're gonna be unlocking a very, very special vehicle. This is the DeLorean DMC-12. We haven't had the DeLorean in a Forza game since way back in the day in Forza Motorsport 4. So to unlock the DeLorean DMC-12 in Forza Horizon 5, we need to get 26 points in the summer season in Mexico. And the way we're gonna do that is by completing some of these challenges. We're gonna start things off with this, the Forzathon Weekly Challenge. Chapter 1, own and drive a Nissan GTR. All right, so you might be wondering how I even unlock the DeLorean in Forza Horizon 5. Well, this video was actually recorded back on October 31st in the summer season in Forza Horizon 5. If you jump on the game right now, it's actually going to be the spring. However, the summer will be rolling around on Thursday. That's when you can try driving the DeLorean and unlock it for yourself. I was so excited to get behind the wheel of the DeLorean. It was one of the first things I actually unlocked in the game. At the time of recording this video, I was only like level 13 or 14. I had like 500,000 credits in my bank account. I was just so excited to drive the DeLorean and try it out. I did it super early on. Anyways, I just wanted to explain that right at the start of this video. If you do want to get the DeLorean, you're going to be able to starting Thursday. So there you go. And now that we've done all of that, if I pause the game, open up the festival playlist, yes, we have finally got 26 points and unlocked the DeLorean DMC-12. And I mean, don't get me wrong, as cool as this thing is, it's not exactly that fast. It's rear engine, rear wheel drive. We're D-class though, bone stock. We only have 130 horsepower and we weigh nearly 3,000 pounds. So, it's a bit of a slow vehicle, but it is really, really cool. That is awesome. Anyways though, before we jump into any Forza Horizon 5 customization, I do want to try driving this thing bone stock. I don't think we'll do a race. Maybe let's try to do a head-to-head against a... Oh. Hello, buddy. You... Zoom, bye. All right, it's a Ford Focus, which is A-class, against myself driving a bone stock DeLorean. I don't think this is going to go very well, but while I attempt to, not lose, let me tell you a little bit about the DeLorean. This car is unbelievably famous, not just because it's a very unique car that's very famous for a couple of different things it can do, but most importantly famous because of the Back to the Future movies. Long story short, DeLorean made the DeLorean DMC-12 and it was so unbelievably popular, DeLorean went bankrupt. Safe to say, these things are pretty rare. They only ever made less than 10,000 of them. There are way fewer than that on the road today, and the prices for these things are starting to explode. The DeLorean was always one of those cars that people kind of made fun of because they weren't, let's say, the most reliable car on the planet. But as time has gone on, they've actually become very, very desirable. So, if you can find one of these things, you should probably buy it because in a couple of years, it's probably going to be worth a lot more. For me, though, we definitely need to do some upgrades to this thing. And honestly, I have absolutely no idea what to expect. So we'll start it off with the conversion. Unfortunately, we don't have a Back to the Future body kit. Do we actually have any body kit stuff? If I open up my front splitter, we can add on a very, very cool Forza aero part. Okay. That's actually really nice. It's like carbon fiber with little struts holding it down. That's interesting. And the rear wing is just the little lip. I love that. That looks really good, actually. Anyways, though, before we do any of that, we need to think about what we want this DeLorean to do. So why don't we make the DeLorean right off the bat just a little bit faster? Maybe let's aim for an A-class on-road build with this. So, our engine swap. Let me just scroll through these engines and rev it up so you can hear the difference between them. That is the most ridiculous engine I have ever heard. Okay, I think we'll come back to that 1,750 horsepower engine in a moment. For now, why don't we start with this 5-liter V10? If we're gonna be A-class, do we really need all-wheel drive? Probably not, so let's keep it rear-wheel drive. I think it's also gonna be a little bit cooler that way. But maybe we should swap on some twin turbos, give it a little bit extra oomph. We're definitely gonna need some new tires for this thing as well. So we've got street, sport, slick, horizon, semi-slick tires, drift tires, rally tires, off-road tires, drag tires, and snow tires. Jeez. I think for now, let's toss on some sport tires. And you know what? Let's also make them a little bit thicker to give us a little bit extra grip. Let's go up to 275. And then in the front, let's go 235. Yeah, I don't want to mess around with any of the rims just yet. We'll come back to that. We do, however, have some engine spacers, so we can get those on, get some nice aggressive fitment on there. That is awesome. Super, super good looking. Fixes the rear like perfectly. That is awesome. We're already getting close to the top of A-class though, so we do need to be careful about what upgrades we toss on the car going forward. We could toss a race transmission in. I think we're probably going to go with that. I don't want any 10-speed or 7-speeds or anything like that just yet. We'll come back and mess around with that later. Let's get a different drive shaft and a race differential. Let's go. Let's also get some better brakes for the DeLorean because I don't really trust 1980s brakes. So let's go for some race brakes. That is going to stop instantly now. Look at all of our suspension as well. Sport suspension. That is race suspension. Slammed to the ground nearly. We've got rally suspension and drift suspension. I think we're going to need to come back and give that a go. We're done. That's our A-class DeLorean build done. We've got 600 horsepower. We weigh a little bit more than bone stock, but we should have way, way more grip now. No way. We've got advanced paint groups for the DeLorean. So we've got the main body of the car, and then don't tell me you can do the front and rear bumper differently for some reason. I have no idea why you would want to do that, but I mean, sure. Okay. You know what, though? I kind of like the idea of a carbon fiber DeLorean. Okay. That is so, so sick. We're actually going to be driving the blacked out DeLorean in the night. This is going to be so sick. All right. We've got to do this thing justice. It looks really good, but how does it actually drive? Off the line, actually. Way, way better than I was expecting. And now that it's got 600 horsepower, we're going. We're zooming. Come on, DeLorean. We've got to absolutely send it on the AI. I'm definitely getting a little bit of rear slip from this thing. The back end wants to go around, but those rear tires are so thick, it's keeping us planted. Here we go. Can we send it through the corner here? Yes, very nice into one. Make it into two. Can't get them yet. This is actually my first car build that I've done in the full version of Forza Horizon 5. And I think I nailed it with this thing. That is awesome. Can I just say too, this is a super, super cool racetrack. This is a totally new area of the game for me that I haven't visited before. And we're racing alongside this little stream on our right here. And this road is just really good to drive. Let's go DeLorean though. That thing is so good to drive around in. I love the carbon fiber paint job. I think we absolutely nailed that. I think that car was so good. I'm actually going to share the tune for it. If you guys want to try this car out for yourself, feel free to download my tune. I'm going to call my DeLorean tune A-Class Fast. Feel free to download it and try it out for yourself. Now, though, I think we need to go back to the festival, and I want to upgrade this a little bit more. Obviously, it's an awesome A-Class racer, but why don't we push the DeLorean and see what it can really do? So we're going to swap in that absurd 7.4-liter V8. We're going to swap on all-wheel drive. That already pushes us up to S2 class. I'm going to swap on a front lip, and a rear wing. And then you know what? Let's start things off with drag racing. So let's toss on some drag racing tires. Look at that rear tire. That is so cool. Let's make them as thick as possible for the hardest launch we can get. And then other than that, we're basically gonna max upgrade this thing. So we've got a 6-speed gearbox, a race differential, and then we're just gonna go full race brakes, which we already have, and toss on full race weight reduction. So now we've got nearly 2,000 horsepower and we weigh nearly 2,500 pounds. I think the DeLorean is gonna be pretty quick now. So let's start up our very first drag race for this game, the Festival Drag Strip. Again, I've never done this before, so I don't really know what to expect, but let's jump in our DeLorean. All right, here we go, DeLorean, our first ever drag race. Oh no, we're racing against a little MX-5. Whoa, those gears. Whoa, those gears are all sorts of, okay, attempt number 2, DeLorean. Now I've fixed my gear ratios, and away we go. Much better. There we go, up to 5th gear, 170 miles an hour. We're destroying. Jeez, we're still gonna max out our gears. Are you kidding me? This thing is so sick. I mean, I knew it was gonna be quick, but I didn't know it was gonna be that quick. That is just scary fast. Now that gets me wondering though, what is this thing's top speed? I've got to ditch the aero and tune those gears a little bit better because this is gonna be quick. So here we go, DeLorean, up onto the highway and open it up. And just fly. Let's see what it can do. Stay in 8th. Stay in 8th. We're doing 270 miles an hour. Keep going, DeLorean. Keep going. Keep dodging the traffic. This thing is an absolute rocket ship. It can literally just sit at basically 270 miles an hour. And it just chills. And it's all good. Very, very nice, DeLorean. I'm sure with a little bit of a better tune, you could go even faster, but that was 270 miles an hour. Now we need to race this. Here we go, DeLorean. I have a feeling this is gonna be way, way more difficult because this thing is gonna be scary fast. Gears 1 through 3, they barely exist. It's just a suggestion having them. I was right though, this thing is so fast now. It is so difficult to drive. Sure, we've got front aero and rear aero, but it's just absurd amount of horsepower. And even though it's got those tires, it's still getting quite a bit of understeer, this thing. It isn't as nearly responsive as it was in A-Class. I feel like A-Class is definitely going to be a sweet spot for this thing. Because, yeah, now it's a smoke machine, essentially. Take a look at this. This is what I mean by understeer. When I lift off the gas and try to turn into a corner, there's no bite out of the tires. It's just like, what do I do? It's definitely a really cool car, but I don't know if that thing's gonna be the best race car. All right, now we gotta go back to the festival. One more build. Can a DeLorean drift? And I mean, you know what? Since we've got this absurdly powerful engine, and the DeLorean didn't really do that well for racing with it, maybe we should try drifting with it, or I should say power sliding with it. So we're gonna keep it all-wheel drive, keep our ridiculous engine in. All we're gonna do pretty much is just remove those slick tires and toss on drift tires instead. And I think this thing is gonna be a beast now. Let's also just go for a quick little 7-speed. All of those parts are gonna make my life a lot easier when it comes to drifting. I think this is gonna be insane. So you know what? I think we need to find ourselves a drift zone for this. Where should we go? Okay, there's one over here in the jungle. I think that's on the road. So let's give it a go and see if we can 3-star. I didn't even look at what the score is. I am just already confident with the DeLorean. Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna need to tune my gears. Here we go, though, DeLorean. Let's see if we can really put this thing sideways with its absurd horsepower. It's super cool paint job. I'm actually getting a lot of grip out of this. I need to tune this car a little bit more. There we go. That's looking a little bit better now, DeLorean. I think we can definitely pull off 3 stars with this thing. I feel like I've said this 1,000 times already, but I've never done any of these zones before. I've probably never even driven on this road before, so everything is kind of new for me, so bear with me as I learn where I'm going, what I'm doing, and what I'm supposed to do. But all I know right now is I'm just trying to send it sideways as much as possible, little DeLorean. That's over 100,000 points. I don't even know if that's good. I mean, it feels pretty good. Is that 3 stars? That's gotta be up there. 2 stars. Interesting. How much more? 3 stars is 120. Are you kidding me? I was 150 points off. Let's go, DeLorean. Attempt number 2, buddy. Send this thing mega sideways. Wow, it's pretty good. I gotta say that. We're aiming for 120k points. Oh, we've got that. We've got that already. Make it 130, 140. Make it 150. We could even do better. 166. That's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. Out of all the things we did with this, I gotta say that A-class build that we started off with was so good. If you do end up getting the DeLorean, definitely give that tune a go and try it out for yourself. Oh, we got another one. We got another one. I have no idea where I'm going. I have no idea what score I need, but I do know the DeLorean's a good drift car. Come on. Come on. Come on. We gotta keep it going. Keep it going, DeLorean. We're looking pretty good. There's 120,000 points. There's no way 3 stars asks you for more than 160,000. That is 3 stars. Let's go. That is the DeLorean in Forza Horizon 5. Definitely give it a go. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more Forza Horizon 5 gameplay. And I'll see you soon with some more. See you then. Bye.